All the buses are already there for both the Chiefs and 49ers to see the plane taxiing right now.
That's right. And since we're experts in this, Mick, tell everybody what they can expect in the week to come leading up to the Super Bowl.
Well, it's going to be a lot every day. The Super Bowl's so good at taking little things and turning them into big things, right? So you have the opening night tomorrow night. It's media night where as many as 5,000 media will be credentialed for it. And the players know the drill by now. They're ready for it. You see the pilot. We've seen this a few times before in Miami and Tampa and Phoenix holding that Chiefs flag, out of the cockpit there. Yeah, and so everything's a lot bigger. Media night tomorrow night. It's not just football questions. A lot of times there's no football questions there, right? And the players, a lot of them like Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, really lap that up. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll hear from the Chiefs at their team hotel. They will practice. We will not be able to get video of those practices. There's a team reporter. There's like an NFL Network camera there. There's kind of a pool feed for what happened at both teams' practices. Thursday night, you have the NFL Honors Banquet as well, the red carpet. They'll name the MVP and the other award winners. And then Friday and Saturday, the teams really get ready for the Super Bowl. And then Super Bowl Sunday will arrive. And for the fans, there's so much more in Vegas. You have the NFL experience. You have all these events basically every hour in the day where you can go and meet NFL players, meet other NFL luminaries, and really get a hands-on experience of what the Super Bowl is like. It's a great time if you can't afford a Super Bowl. Even if you can just afford getting there, it's a fun week. Mitch Holtis on his Minute with Mitch last week, he said for years, he's like, why do you need 2 weeks for the Super Bowl? Now he realizes why there's so much to pack in there.
Exactly. It is jam-packed, so grandiose. You talk about the award ceremonies, too. Many of the players here for both teams, the Niners and Chiefs, won't be able to attend, no doubt, because they're prepping for a big game.
Best thing, the Pro Bowl was today. No Chiefs in the Pro Bowl once
That's
again.
right. We have our Pro Bowler on the ground, Aaron Ladd, right there as the plane has just come to a complete stop. Aaron, describe the mood and what you are seeing from your vantage point.
Kevin and Mick, I've really never been a part of anything like this. I was in one of the later waves last year covering the game out in Glendale, so didn't get a chance to see the arrival in that part of it. But from what I hear, this year's arrival here in Las Vegas is unique to the city that's hosting Super Bowl 58. I'm not sure if you can hear the live DJ that's going on behind me. That's been going on since we got here about 3 hours ago, really setting the mood for what the Chiefs have just touched down to in Sin City and what greets them for Super Bowl 58. Media lined up on risers, and we're up against the rail here, over 100 cameras just by my count. And the team plane touching down here within the last 10 minutes. You can see the Chiefs flag hanging out the cockpit there. And we are anticipating seeing Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes being amongst the first 3 members of the Kansas City Chiefs to step off of this Boeing 777 here from Harry Reid International Airport in Las Vegas. What a unique feeling this is. I know for many around Chiefs Kingdom, like, they're getting used to this feeling, 4th time in the last 5 years, but you never take it for granted seeing your team in this game representing the AFC as the charter is coming closer and closer this way. They're going to be greeted by a gang of Elvises. We were trying to decide, what is the plural form of Elvis? Is it Elvi? Is it I don't know. Next time we check in, I'll have an answer for you guys on that.
It's like, is it a pack? Is it a group? What are you? A lot of Elvises together. What do you call it? Is it a gaggle? What do we call it?
A pack of Elvi. We'll see what happens in just a bit. You know, it's funny because you talk about 1587, Big Red, and even Chris Jones. This is familiar to them, but there are some players on this roster where this is the first time, so there's a lot to take in. It can be overwhelming for some of these players who are on the stage for the first time.
And not just rookies, you think about those guys first, but a lot of these guys that transferred in, right, so to speak. There were free agent signings, parts of trades that came in this year. Guys like Charles Omenihu, who unfortunately won't be able to play in this game. He's talked all year long about getting to these big games. He was there with the 49ers the last couple of years, getting to the NFC Championship game. So that really stinks for him and for Chiefs fans that he won't be able to play in this game. But Drew Tranquill, a guy that came over and had a huge impact on this team, Mike Edwards, guys like that, veterans who came over to the Chiefs for this opportunity. It rarely works out, right? You always say, I want to go play for a contender. You go to a contender, there's only a couple teams that can make it this far.
Exactly.
They don't make it. It seems to work out for the guys joining the Chiefs each and every year. And Aaron, this is the first one of the arrivals I've never been to, and it is an event. I try to tell people, I mean, you can just see, I mean, you see the results of our camera right there, but there are dozens of cameras to his right, to his left, below Chase, our photographer, who's there, probably above him as well. I've seen marching bands there. I've seen DJs every year there. Aaron, what's all in store outside of the LVIII? I mean, big spreads of food. What kind of event is it in Vegas this year?
You know, that's usually my favorite beat, Mick. You know, I'm big on food, big on spread. Haven't had a chance to get a big bite of food yet. Maybe after we leave here I'll get the food, but we've got the stairs, not the chairs, my goodness. We got the stairs being put onto the charter now, so we should see these AFC champion Chiefs coming out of the plane any moment now. And we were already told Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, the first three players expected off this charter as members of the greeting party here get closer to this charter. We're imminent. We're imminent from seeing the Chiefs touch down and arrive and make their way to the buses here in Las Vegas.
Expect it to happen any moment now as you see somebody going up there, presumably to open the door and talk with the crew to make sure that the players can make their way down. And we know the equipment is here, as we mentioned earlier this afternoon.
This is the way to travel, too, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you bus up on the tarmac to the plane, walk up the steps, take off. A few hours later, you're in Vegas. You go back down the steps. There's more buses there for you. They take you to the team hotel, which is, by the way, about 25. Yeah, it's about 25 minutes outside of Vegas in Henderson, Nevada, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron, but you'll be there a few days this week. That's where each team has their media availability, which is wild if you haven't been to that. You'll have Andy Reid up at a big podium, and then you have all these breakout rooms and other real ballrooms inside the hotels. And then everybody's available, even kind of the ancillary players, maybe the 52nd, 53rd guy on the roster. He's there as well. Those some practice players that they bring as well. They're all available. So it is a big event for everybody.
A lot of hustle and bustle and divide and conquer. As we remember in Miami that first time, it was at least 10, 20,000 square feet we had to cover when we talked with all the players from both teams.
And Aaron, this is going to be kind of a different Super Bowl. I mean, this is a small footprint, right? Las Vegas, I mean, pretty much everything's on the Strip or just off it. It won't be like Phoenix last year, which is an expansive city, right? It's a big city where stuff was all over the place. Everything seems pretty close this week.
I like that. I really do appreciate that. It's a lot of walking. Not gonna knock that. The doors are opening up here
Doors
as
are
we
right
see
now.
Andy Reid take his first steps open.
Followed by Tammy Reid making their way down the stairs.
And you hear the Beastie Boys playing too, right?
See Spags. A lot of the coaches making their way down right now, prepared for this business trip. You know, Mick, you and I talked earlier, a little bit of trivia. 7 times in the Super Bowl era has one team had to travel west, another travel east to make it to the venue. And all 7 times the team that traveled west walked away
over
with
there.
That's a wild stat, by the way. Give us a play-by-play of what you're seeing, Aaron.
We have just gotten Fight for Your Right to Party as the Chiefs make their way off. They're being greeted with Chiefs-themed, Las Vegas Super Bowl-themed hats. Tammy Reid in her red. I see the coaching staff come down. Patrick Mahomes, usually suited and booted on the road.
Yeah.
He's got a white hoodie on, really laid back with the quarterbacks coming off as the Chiefs making their way to the team buses now. Full fanfare as they play their theme music here in Las Vegas.
Well, usually it's game day fit, right? That is always suited and booted, but I guess they are, it's a Sunday away from that, so you just want to travel comfortably.
Wouldn't be surprised if he made his way to the stadium, Allegiant Stadium, in that full suit. Mick, so talk to me a bit about how they kind of deplane. Is it by position as they boarded that way?
A lot of times we were watching them arrive. It looked like most of the defensive guys were arriving together, and most of them, the offensive guys were together. But it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't that exact. You saw some strays. I remember we thought all the defensive guys were on. Then Willie Gay walked up and wave to everybody. And I think Patrick kind of and Travis were ahead of the defensive guys. So I'm sure there's some rhyme and reason to it. But, yeah, you always see Mahomes and Andy Reid.
Right there, you see
first.
87, Travis Kelce there. For all you Swifties who may be watching, we understand she will make it back to Allegiant Stadium in time after her tour in Tokyo and her concert there. So a lot of folks monitoring that as well as the team makes its way onto the bus to go to Las Vegas.
Aaron, how many buses there? What's the scene around the plane?
I missed that. Sorry, I'm just jamming here with this
You're
loud
not there
DJ
yet.
in
You're
my
not
ear.
there.
But
I know you're in Vegas, but it's a work trip.
the Chiefs are here. I see Justin Reed.
How many buses you see altogether?
Yes, it's a work trip. I promise I'll squeeze some work in.
How many buses do you see out there, Aaron?
5 or 6.
We counted about at least 6 or 7, I would think, right now.
I think earlier he said 6 apiece for each team, and yeah,
And
7 there.
It looks like this process goes even quicker than it does when they're boarding the plane. You know, as soon as they get off, take a few pictures. You got people videoing, and they're going to make their way right onto the bus.
Players' buses ready. You have staff buses as well, so they're getting their own luggage, their own carry-ons there.
All
but
white.
then,
Get all white over there.
yeah.
So what do we expect right now, Mick? Do we expect when they make it to the hotel room it's kind of just a chill-out night, or are they going to have team meetings?
That's a good question. There are meetings throughout. I don't know. It hasn't been a long day of travel, right? They probably got to Arrowhead to leave for KCI at about 3 o'clock or so today. Like I said, this is the way
Trent
of travel.
McDuffie looking stylish.
Yeah, I
He
can
has
tell
some
you
big
this
hits.
though. This week is going to mirror a regular Chiefs week as much as possible. Aaron, you were there. You heard him last week talk about how that first week, that bye week, is very important. They put in the game plan. Then they're watching so much film. So when they get to Las Vegas, they're able to accommodate all the media requests because it is a lot of media, right? And it is there are a lot of other stuff involved. So you get the game plan in. But there will still be meetings, right? They'll still have practice and all that. And Andy Reid is a creature of habit. It's crazy. He arrives usually the day before a game at like 4 p.m. local time every single time. So pretty close here. It's about 5:30 local time there in Vegas, of course, a week before the game here. I think if Andy Reid had his druthers, he would stay in Kansas City
until Friday before the Super Bowl.
No, Saturday before the Super Bowl. Just fly in, play the game, and get out.
Aaron, what's it like down there, brother? See, Aaron's too busy jamming to the music. He can't even hear us as you see the players and the, looks like wives.
It's kind of loud, yeah. It's kind of loud.
What else is happening despite you seeing the LVIII and hearing the music there, Aaron?
Yeah, I see the LVIII. They're waving. They're having a good time. This is some team support staff coming off now as we're panning across. Look, I saw Trent McDuffie looking very comfortable. I think this team looks like they just woke up from a long flight, which is natural and understandable. But they've done this before. They've been here. They've done that. They know how to handle this. They've got a routine for how they handle this. And Andy Reid even talked about leading up to it this week. Like, the game plan is installed, and what they want to do on the field on Super Sunday is already locked in before they even touch down. This is all the formalities and the fun stuff that's happening now. Well, my goodness. We could just cut the music down a little bit. That would be great.
You know, there really is something to be
That's
said.
Brett Veach, by the way, in the red jacket,
Where?
getting video, like a fan. look at the stand. Brett Veach, the general manager, in that plaid red video, getting video of his team coming out. Because you know what? Everybody, at least at some point, is kind of a little
fan.
boy, little girl, right?
I mean,
You know, you can't take that away.
Soak this up because this doesn't happen often. We're on the precipice of an actual dynasty here in Kansas City. And, I mean, you have to cherish every moment as you saw Brett Veach doing that because work starts once they make it to the team hotel.
It does. I mean, this is it. It's in Vegas. I'm sure there are going to be some temptations there, as there are in a lot of these cities, right? A lot of these cities are fun, but you can bet with an Andy Reid coach team, there's nobody going to be out at the tables or anything late at night, nobody placing bets and having too much fun. It is a work trip because, as you mentioned here, They're on the precipice of a dynasty. Maybe they're already in it, depending on your definition of it. But if you get a third one, in 5 years, that is a dynasty, especially in the NFL, where it's so hard. The parity is so close. The teams are so close. That's a dynasty in any sport at any level, getting 3 championships in 5 years. And you and I were talking beforehand, if Patrick Mahomes gets this one, you maybe say, okay, that Tom Brady 7 is in sight. He's on pace for it at the very end.
Say that again.
Because Brady got 3, and then he went 10 years before he got his 4th.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Mahomes isn't even 30 yet. So a lot of time. I hope we are enjoying and savoring every moment, Chiefs Kingdom, because this really is special, even though there is a bit of familiarity here amongst the kingdom because we've been here before. We've seen the plane arrive and depart several times now for the Super Bowl, and it never gets old, though.
If at some point, I don't know if Chase can hear us, he's manning the camera there. If he can ever pull out and just show the amount of media there, because it is a mass of humanity there covering that. People are going live all over the world right now with this arrival here, not just on TV, but in radio, online. You have pretty much every camera.
That's
every
actually
market
a great
you can think
point.
of.
That's a great point. You think about it, Arrowhead, you just had, for the most part, Missouri and some Kansas, some local media there. But here at Vegas, 1 week away from the Super Bowl, you have so many members of the media here as we pan over and see kind of the media
there's different levels, too. They're on risers, right? And that'll go down another 50 yards, by the way, of media there covering the Super Bowl. You really can't understate it. Just how many people are there and how big of an event this is.
And it'll be like that all week long. Talk about the huge footprint there in Vegas. Aaron Ladd's going to do a lot of walking, as our crews are, just to cover things at one point of the strip to the other or wherever everything is for the media.
I was there for the draft a couple years ago, right, at the end of April, early May. And, I mean, there were a few 100,000 fans that were there in Vegas for the draft. And it didn't come close to overwhelming Vegas. I don't know if there'll be more, probably, I guess, less than that arriving in Vegas this week. And this is a town that is used to people arriving and big events happening there. They're more than ready for this Super Bowl.
If there is one city equipped, it is Vegas. As you see, the luggage has already been on the buses. It's now down in that compartment, and they will soon take off en route to the team hotel, which, by the way, again, is off the strip, about 20 minutes off the strip?
About 25 minutes away from downtown, rather the strip that a lot of people know in Las Vegas. I believe it's in Henderson, Nevada, and it's off of, is it Lake Las Vegas, I believe. And so similar deal for the 49ers. They're staying outside of town as well. We saw it last year in Phoenix. Both teams stayed a long way away from Glendale, where they eventually played the game. And there's Andy Reid.
Looks like they're taking off right now. Super Bowl 58, a rematch of Super Bowl 54. Both teams will soon be in Las Vegas. The Chiefs, the AFC champions, have touched down, and they are now en route to the hotel. A lot to cover this week.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a crew there already. You heard Aaron there. We have 2 more leaving tomorrow. Taylor Hinton is part of that group. And then Caitlin Canute and Mackenzie Nelson will leave on Tuesday. So waves of people going to be arriving there in Vegas for our coverage all week long through the Super Bowl and hopefully a parade here.
Folks, just the beginning. Don't forget to follow the Chiefs while they are in Las Vegas. Our Road to Vegas special continues throughout the week, starting tomorrow at 6:30 on KSH 341, your home of the Chiefs. We'll send you back to regular scheduled programming.